Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack some really fascinating sources and research, pulling out the key takeaways for you. Today, we're diving into something huge, something that affects, well, millions of people learning English worldwide. It's that feeling, you've studied for years, you read, you listen. In your head, it all makes sense, perfect sense. You know the words, you know exactly what you want to say, but then you open your mouth and it's like, nothing. Your mouth just freezes up, your voice kind of vanishes, and all that knowledge feels useless, like you don't actually know English at all. It's this physical block almost.
It's incredibly common, that feeling. And what's really interesting looking at the research is that it's usually not about lacking grammar or vocabulary. Not really. It's more about a missing piece in how most of us learned English. Maybe the wrong way, if you want to put it bluntly. We all did the traditional stuff, right? Memorizing rules, learning lists of words, reading, watching videos. And yeah, that's valuable stuff, don't get me wrong.
Sure, it builds a foundation.
Exactly. But here's the brutal truth that often gets missed. If your mouth doesn't move, your English never will. Simple as that. You've trained your brain, but you've kind of forgotten about the physical part, your mouth.
That's a really different way to think about it. We treat English like it's just mental, a school subject.
Right. But the premise we're exploring today, the sort of revolutionary idea, is that English is also a physical skill. Like, think about an athlete training their body, or a musician practicing scales. Your lips, tongue, jaw, even your throat, they need practice. They need coordination, repetition.
So it's not just about knowing it in your head or having that fake confidence that disappears under pressure.
Exactly. It's about building real, practical, everyday mouth fluency, the kind that actually works when you need it.
Okay, so this deep dive is about bridging that gap, giving people a way forward.
That's the mission. We're going to break down 10 really powerful mouth training techniques.
Yeah.
And the great thing is, these aren't secrets locked away in expensive classes. You don't need a perfect environment. You don't need to be born in the US or the UK.
You can do them alone.
Alone.
Yes.
Maybe just 15 minutes a day. This is a step-by-step physical plan for your mouth. And what it really shows is that the problem isn't English itself. The problem is silence. Lack of practice.
So this is the reset button, the breakthrough moment.
This is where real fluency starts. So if you're ready to finally train your mouth to speak English clearly, powerfully, with confidence, let's get into it.
All right. So if English is physical, the first hurdle is just getting the mouth moving, right? Especially when you feel totally stuck. What's the first technique? Where do we start?
The ideal starting point, and maybe the most fundamental, is something called the mirror talk method. Basically, you stand in front of a mirror, look yourself in the eye, and speak English out loud.
Sounds simple, maybe a bit awkward.
It can feel awkward at first, yeah, but the power behind it is huge. It directly tackles that habit of only speaking English silently in your head, translating, imagining conversations, hoping one day you'll just be ready.
Right, the mental rehearsal that never becomes real.
Exactly. The mirror. It takes away the hiding places. It kind of forces you to perform, to face your own hesitation. You're the speaker and the listener. You get immediate visual feedback. Your face, your eyes, how your mouth is actually moving, or maybe not moving.
So it's less about perfect grammar at this stage.
Much less. It's about the physical act, movement, eye contact, showing some emotion, building that basic confidence, getting control. It's like a rehearsal and a diagnostic tool combined.
Okay, I see. It's a safe space to stumble. So how do you actually do it? What are the steps?
Pretty straightforward, but consistency is key. Find a quiet spot, clear mirror, stand straight, feel present. And really important, look directly into your own eyes. Not your shirt, not the background. Eyes. Build that eye contact habit.
Okay, then what?
Start simple. A basic self-introduction. Name, age, where you live, job, hobbies, whatever. Don't aim for perfection.
Just get the words out. See yourself doing it.
Exactly. Then repeat it. Maybe 3 to 5 times. But here's the twist. Vary the speed and emotion. Say it slowly once. Really feel the words. Then a bit faster. Then try it with some emotion. Sound excited about your hobbies or tired after work.
Why the emotion part?
It trains flexibility. Real conversations have emotion. This gets your mouth used to working under different internal states. And while you're doing it, watch your mouth. Where do sounds form? Which words feel sticky? Where does your tongue get tangled? That visual feedback is gold.
You become your own pronunciation coach, in a way.
Totally. Then, day by day, just increase the difficulty slightly. Day 1, self-intro. Day 2, describe your morning routine. Day 3, talk about a movie. Day 4, maybe simulate a job interview question. Little steps.
That sounds manageable incrementally building confidence. We heard about a young woman from Indonesia, didn't we? Her story really illustrated this.
Yeah, a fantastic example. She'd learned English for years, great grammar, huge vocabulary, perfect listening. But she never really spoke it out loud. Moved to Australia for uni. First time someone in a supermarket asked, "Do you need help?" Simple phrase, she just froze, blanked,
Even though she knew the words.
knew them
Hello?
perfectly. But her mouth wasn't trained for that real-time pressure. She was devastated. But the next day, she decided no more. Started standing in front of her mirror, practicing simple, useful phrases. "I need help, please. Where's the nearest store?" Things like that.
How long did she do it for?
Just 10 minutes a day, every single day, no excuses. And after only 3 weeks, she had her first proper, confident English conversation in that same supermarket. A total breakthrough.
Wow, that's powerful. What do you think was the hardest part for her, getting started with the mirror, and how did she push through?
I imagine the initial self-consciousness was huge, feeling silly talking to yourself. She pushed through with sheer consistency, and by seeing the mirror not as a judge, but just as a tool, a training partner. So for anyone trying this, focus on clarity first, not accent judgment. Speak strong, not necessarily fast, and don't wait to feel confident, build it by doing it. Face that reflection. Commit to 30 days.
And after those 30 days, what's the typical outcome?
It's pretty remarkable. You'll notice more energy when you speak. You'll stop that constant translating in your head, which is exhausting. You'll start to lose the fear of hearing your own voice. Your mouth physically becomes familiar with English sounds through repetition, emotion, practice. It's not magic, it's just training.
Okay, so mirror talk gets you started, breaks the silence, but how do we make forming the words feel more automatic, less like a struggle each time?
That brings us neatly to technique 2, sentence looping practice. This one sounds almost too simple, but it's a seriously underrated technique.
Right. This is where you take one short, simple sentence and just repeat it out loud, maybe 20, 30 times in a row. It sounds a bit like chanting. What's the secret sauce there?
The secret sauce is comfort through repetition. Every single time you repeat that sentence, your mouth gets a tiny bit more comfortable with the specific movements, the rhythm. And crucially, it chips away at that fear of speaking. It's building mouth muscle memory.
Like a singer practicing one tricky line over and over.
Exactly like that. Or an athlete drilling a specific move until it's second nature. Each loop carves the pathway deeper in your brain and muscles. Your brain stops having to consciously think, okay, tongue here, lips like this. It becomes automatic, which frees up your mind to focus on what you want to say, not how to physically say it.
So fluency is really about comfort, and comfort comes from making the physical act automatic.
Absolutely. In your native language, your mouth just knows the shapes. For English, those muscles are often untrained for certain sounds or combinations. Your brain might understand, "I need a cup of coffee," but your mouth muscles might stumble, feel stiff. Sentence looping fixes that physical disconnect.
Okay, so it reduces the mental effort by automating the physical part. How do we put this into practice? What are the steps for looping?
It's a structured process. First, pick one simple, useful sentence. "I wake up at 6 a.m." or "I need a cup of coffee." Short, clear, relevant. Then say it 5 times slowly. Really focus on the mouth movements, the feel of the words. Use a mirror if it helps. Connect sound to sensation.
Slow and deliberate first.
Yes. Then repeat it 10 more times, but this time with a natural rhythm. Let it flow. Build the cadence. Next, say it 5 times with different emotions. Angry, sleepy, excited, nervous, joking. Teach your mouth flexibility.
Ah, like the mirror talk emotion part, but focused on one sentence.
Exactly. And for the final 5 repetitions, say it with power, clarity, full control, like you're presenting it. By this point, your brain believes it, your mouth knows it, your identity as a speaker strengthens.
That progression makes sense, feeling it, finding rhythm, adding flexibility, then power. The story of the delivery boy from Vietnam really drives this home.
Oh, it's such a great story. He was learning completely alone, no conversation partners. So every morning and night, he'd stand near his fam, he'd like the feeling of the air, and repeat one sentence. "I am confident in English." 50 times, morning and night.
Wow, 100 times a day.
Yep. After just 1 month, he goes for a hotel job interview. They ask about his skills. He looks the interviewer in the eye and says it. "I am confident in English." And he got a job. Not because his vocabulary was amazing, but because he delivered that line with such clarity, power, confidence that came directly from the looping.
That's amazing. Pure repetition building real-world results. What are the common mistakes people make with looping?
Good question. Number 1, don't switch sentences too fast. Stick with one until it feels truly comfortable. The repetition is the key. Number 2, don't be lazy with it. Keep energy in your mouth. Number 3, aim for clarity and comfort, not speed. Speed follows comfort. And most importantly, say it out loud with your mouth, with power. Don't just think it. This rewires your brain to trust your mouth, trains your voice, and starts shifting your identity.
Okay, but what if you're in a situation where you just can't speak out loud, like on the bus or in a library? Is there a way to still train?
Absolutely. And that leads perfectly into technique 3, silent speaking, or sometimes called shadowing without sound.
Right, so this is watching a video, listening, and then copying the speaker's mouth movements, but silently, like miming.
Exactly like miming. It looks simple, maybe even a bit strange, but it's incredibly effective for strengthening that brain-mouth connection. Normally, your brain hears, understands, but the message gets garbled on the way to the mouth. Silent shadowing builds a direct bridge. It teaches your tongue, your jaw, your breath exactly how to move for English sounds, but without the pressure of making the sound correctly.
So the brain can focus purely on the physical movement.
Precisely. It builds deep muscle memory without the stress of pronunciation. It's also perfect for shy learners or those public situations. You can build a habit anywhere, anytime, without feeling self-conscious.
Brilliant. A sneaky way to practice. What's the action plan? How do you do silent shadowing effectively?
First, find a short video clip, maybe 30 seconds. Clear, natural, maybe slightly slower speech is ideal. A movie scene, interview snippet, whatever. Watch and listen once, just absorbing. Pay attention to the mouth movements and play it again, but mute your voice. Your only job is to copy the speaker's mouth movements exactly. Lips, pauses, syllables mirror everything silently.
It probably feels weird at first.
It definitely can, but repeat that same clip 3 or 4 times. Each time, try to match more closely. You'll start to feel your mouth getting looser, more coordinated. You might even start anticipating the movements. That's a great sign. Like for, what do you want to do today? Which often sounds like what you want to do today. Go. You silently practice those fast, connected shapes.
And then?
After maybe 10 silent repetitions, try saying the sentence out loud just once. You'll often be surprised how much more natural it feels. The movement pathway is already there.
Clever. What mistakes should people avoid with this one?
Key things. Don't just flap your mouth randomly. Precision matters. Match the speaker. Don't skip the listening part first. Absorb the target. Don't rush focus on accuracy. And remember, this is preparation for speaking aloud. Don't stay silent forever. But even 5 minutes of this daily builds fluency quietly, but powerfully. People will notice how natural you sound later.
Okay, so we've got silent practice covered, but fluency needs to work in real situations. That brings us to technique 4, role-play speaking practice. This sounds like putting it all together in simulated scenarios.
Exactly. Simulation training for English conversations.
Yeah.
Think about it. Doctors use mannequins, pilots use simulators, actors rehearse. Why? To prepare for the real thing under pressure. Roleplay does the same for your English. It directly addresses that common issue. I know the words, but I get nervous and freeze when talking to people.
Why does roleplay help with the nervousness?
Because that nervousness often comes from a lack of real-world experience, not a lack of knowledge. Roleplay gives you a safe space to rehearse. You can try out phrases, test responses, build fluency without the fear of real-world judgment or making mistakes in front of others. It bridges the gap between knowing and doing.
It's like building a mental map and practicing the physical route before you actually drive it. How do we set up effective role plays?
Okay, first pick a specific real-life situation. Ordering food, asking directions, making small talk at a party. Make it concrete. Then, write down maybe 3 to 5 sentences you'd actually use in that scenario. Not generic stuff, but what you would say. Hi, can I see the menu? Do you have vegetarian options? Excuse me, how do I get to the station?
So tailored to the situation. Then what?
Then comes the crucial part. Speak them out loud in character. Pretend you're really there. Use your hands, your eyes, your voice. Add confidence, emotion. Don't just recite. Perform it. Then try it again with different emotions. How would you ask if you were tired? Nervous, excited. This builds amazing flexibility for real life.
That adaptability sounds key. The man from Brazil who wanted the customer service job, his story fits perfectly here. Right?
Absolutely. He had decent English on paper, but froze in any customer service interaction. Total fear. His dream was a job in Dubai, but this was blocking him. So he created his own role-play boot camp. 10 different customer service scenarios every day. Angry customer, product return query, needing to check information. Practice them for 20 minutes daily in front of his mirror. After just 3 weeks, he had an interview. He nailed it. When they asked situational questions, he didn't just answer. He role-played the scenarios confidently, showed emotion, structure, presence. He got the job, not just for his English, but because he proved he could handle the pressure, perform the role. Role play literally changed his life path.
Incredible. What are some pro tips to make role play even more effective?
Good ones are record yourself, track your progress, see where you can improve, play both roles in the conversation. Speak one side, then respond as the other person. Makes it more dynamic. Use YouTube or ChatGPT for ideas, or even as an AI conversation partner. And maybe keep a role play book, your own collection of scenarios and scripts. The goal is to handle real conversations, not just know English. Perform it, live it, control it.
That idea of an AI partner leads us right into Technique 5. Talk to camera or AI every day, using technology when a human partner isn't around.
Yes, the camera can be your most honest friend, and AI like ChatGPT can be an tireless conversation partner. These tools are incredibly powerful, yet so many learners just don't use them for speaking practice. Why does it work? Because talking to a camera or responding out loud to AI forces your mouth to form complete sentences. There's a slight pressure, even if it's just you. It makes you aware of your tone, body language, clarity, and it creates a record, a journal of your progress. You become your own teacher.
A feedback loop, essentially. How do you use the camera specifically for this?
Simple. Pick a topic you care about your day, a movie, your goals, a message to future you, something you can talk about off the cuff. Turn on the camera. No script, no memorizing, just speak for 1 to 3 minutes. Then, and this is key, watch it back, kindly. No harsh judgment, just observe. Was I clear? Did I pause oddly? Where did I get stuck? That reflection is where the learning happens.
Okay, and how about using AI like ChatGPT?
You can start a role play. Type something like, let's role play. I'm a tourist in London asking for directions. You're a police officer. Then, the crucial step. Respond out loud to every AI message. Treat it like a real conversation. This forces quick, natural, sometimes emotional responses. It really mimics real interaction.
That real-time aspect with AI sounds really useful. The woman from Turkey who made 60 videos in 60 days, that's a powerful example of the camera method.
Phenomenal story. She started super shy, broken sentences, nervous voice. You could see it in the early videos. But by day 20, definite improvement. Day 40, confidence soaring, much smoother speech. By day 60, she felt confident enough to upload them, and the outcome. She actually got hired to teach English to kids based on the fluency and confidence she built talking to her camera. Trained in private, succeeded in public.
That's incredible dedication paying off. Any pro tips for people using cameras or AI?
Keep the videos private, at least at first. They're for your growth. Speak naturally, not like a robot reading a script. Watch your older videos, sometimes maybe once a month. You'll be amazed at the progress. And maybe name your videos like Day 1 My Dream, Day 15 Challenge. Build your library of growth. The camera doesn't judge. You'll realize, wow, I didn't just learn English, I became an English speaker.
All right, technique number 6 tackles a really common myth. Speak slowly to speak confidently. I think most people assume fluency means speed.
It's a huge misconception. People think fast equals fluent. It doesn't. Real fluency is about clarity, confidence, and control. And ironically, the secret to building those is often to intentionally slow down. When you speak slowly, you pronounce better, your brain has more time to think, you sound more intelligent, more composed, and people actually understand you better.
So why do people rush? Why is that the instinct?
They want to sound smart or native. But what usually happens, they swallow words, mess up grammar, forget things, lose control completely. It leads to feeling like a failure, which makes them want to stop speaking. It's a vicious cycle. Slowing down breaks that cycle, gives your brain time, your mouth control, your message power.
Control over speed. Okay, how do we practice speaking slowly, deliberately?
Pick a simple topic again, like favorite food. Say a sentence. My favorite food is spicy chicken curry. I eat it every Sunday with my family. Now, say it very slowly, one word at a time, almost exaggeratedly slow at first. Include natural pauses between ideas. Breathe. Control your voice. It shouldn't sound lazy, just deliberate. A great exercise. Record yourself saying it fast, then slow. Compare them. Which sounds stronger, clearer?
I bet the slow one sounds much more authoritative.
Almost always. And remember to add emotion even when slow, clear and warm, not robotic.
The story about the man from Egypt who lost a job because he spoke too fast really hits this point home.
Yeah, vivid example. He rushed his answers in an interview in Canada trying to impress, and it backfired. Lost the opportunity. His teacher told him straight, slow down, speak like a leader. He spent 30 days practicing just that slow, deliberate speech with pauses. Next interview. He was calm, powerful, controlled, got the job. Not because his English fundamentally changed in a month, but because his delivery conveyed control.
Pace equals power, in a way. What mistakes should we avoid when practicing slow speech?
Don't stretch words weirdly. Just use natural pauses between thoughts. Don't mistake slow for boring. Keep energy in your voice. Apply it in real conversations, not just practice. That's crucial. And don't feel bad if someone tells you to speed up. Clarity wins over speed every time. Power is in presence and control. Walk into fluency with purpose.
That focus on rhythm and control flows really well into Technique 7, sound shadowing or real-time imitation. You called this learning the music of English earlier.
Exactly. It's about immersing yourself in the sound.
Yeah.
You don't learn an instrument just by reading music theory, right? You play. Same with English. You don't get natural fluency just from grammar books. You get it by mimicking real voices. Sound shadowing is listening to a native speaker and simultaneously trying to repeat exactly what they say, matching tone, rhythm, pauses, emotion in real time.
Not just the words, but the whole melody. Why is that real-time aspect so important?
Because English is a sound system, a melody, a beat. Shadowing trains your mouth to adopt that same rhythm and tone. Think about how kids learn. Listening, mimicking, repeating, not grammar drills. Shadowing syncs your brain and mouth in real time. Ears hear, brain catches the pattern, mouth mirrors it instantly. It makes English feel familiar, not foreign.
Okay, it sounds intense but effective. How do you actually do it? The practical steps.
Find a clear, native audio clip podcast, TED Talk, movie scene, something with real emotion, natural pace. Play just 5–10 seconds. Listen carefully. Not just words, but how they're said, pitch, speed, feeling, pauses, connected words. Then replay that same bit and speak with the speaker. Same time, like an echo. No delay, no thinking, just mirror.
That sounds hard. Your mouth would probably stumble a lot at first.
Oh, it will. Your tongue will trip. That's the training. It's stretching your muscles in new ways. Repeat that same short segment again and again. Aim for slight improvement each time. Like shadow, I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Get the flow. Do this for maybe 5–10 sentences a day.
Okay, what are the traps to avoid here? Common mistakes.
Big ones. Don't pause and repeat later. Shadow live. Don't obsess over catching every single word. Focus on rhythm and tone first. Don't use robotic voices. Use real, emotional, human speech. And don't overthink grammar here. Let your mouth learn the patterns naturally. It's performance training. The best speakers are great imitators. Daily shadowing makes your voice sound fluent.
This really highlights the physical aspect, which leads perfectly to Technique 8. Tongue and jaw muscle training, literally tuning your instrument.
Precisely. Your mouth is an instrument, and often English feels hard simply because your muscles aren't used to the shapes and movements required. Some sounds might not exist in your language, the movements feel weird, combinations feel unnatural. It's not about intelligence, it's muscle conditioning. Think of actors or singers, they do vocal warm-ups, right? Because stiff muscles kill performance. Same for speaking English.
So, training these muscles helps pronunciation, stamina.
Absolutely. Better pronunciation, more stamina for longer sentences, faster word recovery, fewer mistakes, and honestly less fear because your mouth feels capable.
Okay, physical therapy for the mouth. What are some specific exercises we can do?
Good practical stuff. For the tongue, stick it out far. Move it side to side. Try touching the roof of your mouth, saying la 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 for a minute. Builds flexibility for L, D, T sounds. For the jaw, open wide like a big yawn, hold 5 seconds, relax. Repeat 5 times. Then say baba papa mom. Rhythmically loosens tension, helps P, B, M sounds. For the lips, hold a pencil between your lips gently and try saying the alphabet clearly, A, B, C for about 2 minutes. Strengthens lip control for V, F, W sounds.
Those are really specific. What's the overall impact of doing these regularly?
Huge impact. Reduces mumbling, improves breath control, builds endurance so you don't get tired speaking, makes fast English feel easier. Words come out sharper, smoother, stronger. So many learners ignore this physical side, focusing only on grammar. But grammar won't help if your mouth is too stiff to say the words clearly. Just 5 minutes a day on these muscles can make a lifetime of difference. Train your mouth like a champion.
Right, train the instrument itself. And speaking of how things sound, Technique 9 is accent clarity and word flow practice. This isn't about faking an accent, is it?
No, it's definitely not about faking a specific accent. It's about making your English sound natural, smooth, connected, and easy for others to understand. Often, the biggest difference between a beginner and an advanced speaker isn't just vocabulary, it's flow. How words connect, how sentences move, connected speech.
Like, what are you doing? Becoming what you're doing.
Exactly. Native speakers rarely say every single word distinctly. If you speak word by word, you'll sound robotic, even if grammatically perfect. Learning how words naturally link and contract makes your English instantly sound more fluent, more effortless, even with simple sentences.
So it's about finding those natural shortcuts in pronunciation. How do we practice this connection, this flow?
Start with short, common phrases where words link up. Things like, what do you want? Can I help you? Let me see. Did you eat? Give me that. Say them slowly first, word by word, then speed up, consciously practicing the connected sound. What do you want becomes what day you want, then what you want. Repeat each phrase 10-20 times. Use a mirror. Build the muscle memory for that smooth flow. Then try recording a short monologue like your morning routine, consciously using connected speech. I wake up at 6, then I brush my teeth. I got to get ready fast because I don't want to be late. Listen back.
That sounds like a great way to make it practical. Any pro tips for this?
Focus on clarity, not faking an accent. Natural pauses between ideas, not every word. Keep it simple but natural. Don't overuse slang you're unsure of. Aim for smoothness, not perfection. When words connect, your message comes alive. You sound like a speaker, not just a student reading lines. It builds confidence because your flow feels natural. It's about clarity, connection, comfort.
Okay, and that brings us to the final, perhaps the most challenging technique. Number 10, speak under pressure, the ultimate training ground.
This is where the rubber meets the road. True fluency isn't proven when you're calm and alone. It's proven when your heart's pounding. Maybe you're sweating a bit, but your mouth still works. This technique builds on everything else. Mirror talk, looping, shadowing, muscle training, role play. It culminates here, speaking when you feel stressed.
Why do people freeze under pressure even if they know the English?
Because their mouth hasn't been trained for stress. They can speak fine when calm, but the moment someone's watching or the clock's ticking, the system shuts down. You don't get brave by waiting, you get brave by facing discomfort repeatedly until it feels normal. Pressure situations in English are everywhere. Talking to strangers, job interviews, meetings, ordering coffee quickly. Simulating that pressure at home builds resilience for the real deal.
Reframing pressure as training is powerful. How do we simulate that pressure safely in practice?
It's a simple but effective method. Set a timer for 60 seconds, just 1 minute. Pick a random topic. Instantly. No preparation. Favorite food, last weekend, dream vacation, something you fear, your morning routine, anything. Start speaking and do not stop for the full 60 seconds.
What if you forget a word or get stuck?
Yeah, keep going. Describe the word another way. Paraphrase. If totally lost, say, let me think. Take a breath and pivot. Keep the mouth moving. The goal isn't perfection, it's resilience. Training your mouth to keep working even when your brain feels frantic. It builds mental flexibility, word recovery skills, thinking on your feet, and confidence under fire.
That sounds intense. The student in Spain preparing for his visa interview, that story fits here, right?
Perfectly. He knew his English, but in rehearsals he kept pausing, overthinking, restarting. Classic freezing under pressure. His teacher gave him the 60-second drill. Tell me about your hometown, 1 minute, no stopping. He struggled badly at first, stammered, got stuck, but he did it daily. After 10 days, huge difference. His mouth reacted faster, his brain trusted itself more. In the real interview, he didn't freeze, he spoke confidently, continuously. The pressure training worked.
That's the payoff. What are the common mistakes to avoid with this pressure drill?
Definitely. Don't prepare a script, spoils the point of spontaneity. Don't stop when you make a mistake, correct it and move on. Or just keep going. Speak simply and clearly. Don't try to be fancy under pressure. And crucially, don't compare yourself to others or even your ideal. Your only competition is you from yesterday. Speaking under pressure is like lifting weights. Start small, do it daily. The pressure becomes your training ground, not something to fear. So if you tie all these 10 techniques together, you see fluency isn't some magic gift, it's a habit. And your daily system, that routine, is your best teacher.
Absolutely. It's not just random tips. It's a system, a realistic, repeatable plan to train your mouth every day, no matter where you are or how busy. No books, no apps needed, just your voice. Let's lay out that 15-minute daily fluency formula.
Okay, here's how it breaks down, minute by minute. Your daily workout, minute 1, 2. Mirror talk warm-up. Face the mirror, eyes locked. Introduce yourself, say how you feel today. Builds confidence, eye contact. Minute 3, 5, sentence looping. Pick one sentence you want to own, like, I need to finish this report. Repeat it 20 times. Vary tone, speed, emotion. Build that muscle memory, rhythm. Minute 6, 7, role play situation. Choose a real-life moment, ordering coffee, asking for help. Speak 3 to 5 key sentences for that situation. Act it out. Builds practical fluency, situational readiness. Minute 8, 9, silent sound shadowing. Play 30 seconds of native audio. Mute your voice. Copy the mouth movements exactly. Repeat 2, 3 times. Builds muscle patterns, listening awareness.
Okay, carrying on. Minute 10, 11. Tongue and jaw, warm up. 2 minutes of stretches. Laba A-E-I-O-U. With control. Breathe. Builds physical control, pronunciation clarity. Minute 12, 13. Word flow practice. Pick a phrase with linked words like, what are you going to do? Say it 15 times, practicing the connected sound. What's going to record it? Builds natural flow. Minute 14, 15. Pressure speaking. 1-minute timer. Random topic. No prep. Speak continuously. Don't stop. Builds courage. Real-world resilience.
That's it, 15 minutes. The promise here is huge. Do this daily for 30 days. That fear of speaking starts to evaporate. English sentences become more automatic. You get better at recovering from mistakes. You start to feel like a speaker. People will notice a difference. You'll start to believe in your own fluency.
And tracking progress. After 30 days, look back. You won't just think you learned more English. You'll know you've trained your identity. There's no magic moment. Just this consistent practice. This 15 minutes is your gym, your stage. All it asks for is your voice, every day.
And to just reiterate that final point, fluency isn't something you wait for. It's something you build day by day, repetition by repetition. Most learners don't fail because they aren't smart enough. They fail because they wait, waiting for the right words, the perfect sentence, waiting to feel confident, waiting to finish all the lessons, waiting to stop making mistakes. They wait so long they forget how to start.
But the truth is, fluency comes from motion, right? Not perfection. From practice, not planning. From using your mouth, not just your mind. English is a skill, not just a subject.
Exactly. And skills are learned by doing, by trying, sometimes failing, fixing, repeating. You have to be willing to speak badly first to eventually speak well. Do it anyway.
This whole deep dive, it's not just information. It's a system, an action plan, a reason to stop being afraid. But those fears might still linger. What if I mess up? Forget words. People laugh. I never sound fluent.
And the honest answer is, you probably will make mistakes. You will forget words. Maybe someone will laugh. Unfortunately, you will feel stuck sometimes. But not starting, staying silent, that means being stuck forever. And that's way more painful than any temporary mistake. So speak, even if your voice shakes, even if the sentence is broken, even if nobody seems to be listening. Speak until English becomes part of who you are. The only thing worse than broken English is a silent mouth that never tried.
Your voice matters. Your story matters. And your English isn't a weakness. It's your superpower waiting.
So speak it out. Speak your goals. Speak your fears away. Speak your growth into being. Don't stop. You're not training for perfection. You're training for freedom.
So right now, wherever you are, say it out loud. Let your mouth feel it. Let your voice hear it. I'm not afraid to speak English anymore. Say it. Feel it. And start this journey.
Have you ever been there? That incredibly frustrating place where you're learning English, you totally understand what's being said.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you want to reply. The perfect words are right there in your head. But then you go to speak and nothing. Your mouth just freezes up.
Oh, absolutely. The voice disappears. Maybe a knot forms in your throat.
Exactly. And suddenly it feels like all that hard work, all those hours studying just vanished. Like you don't know any English at all.
It's such a common experience, almost universal for learners, that physical block. It's disheartening.
Yeah. And it feels like a lack of knowledge, but is it really?
Well, that's the fascinating thing, isn't it? Often it's not about not knowing enough. It points to something missing, a critical link in how we traditionally learn.
What do you mean?
Think about it. We memorize grammar, we build vocabulary, we read, watch videos, listen, and all that stuff is genuinely valuable, don't get me wrong.
Sure, it helps comprehension.
Right. But here's the kind of brutal truth many of us miss. If your mouth doesn't physically move, your spoken English probably never will. We train the brain, meticulously even, but the actual instrument for speaking, the tongue, lips, jaw, throat, gets forgotten.
Okay, so you're saying we treat English like a purely mental thing.
Pretty much, like a subject you study for a test. But the really revolutionary idea we're diving into today is that English is also fundamentally a physical skill.
A physical skill, like playing sports.
Exactly like that. An athlete trains their body for peak performance, right? Well, your lips need agility, your tongue needs strength, your jaw needs flexibility, your throat needs practice for control. These parts aren't passive. They need active training, coordination, repetition.
So the goal isn't just knowing English in theory.
No, not just theoretical understanding or that sort of fake confidence that disappears the second you're in a real conversation. It's about building genuine, practical, day-to-day. Well, let's call it mouth fluency.
Mouth fluency, I like that.
Yeah.
It connects the physical aspect directly.
It's all about transforming from just absorbing information to being an active, confident speaker. And that's our mission in this deep dive. We're going to unpack 10 really powerful mouth training techniques.
10 techniques, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And are Are these complicated? Do you need special classes?
Not at all. That's the beauty of it. These aren't some hidden secrets. You don't need expensive classes. You don't need to be in an English-speaking country. You can do them alone, maybe in your room, for just, say, 15 minutes a day.
15 minutes a day. Okay, that sounds manageable.
Totally. This is like a step-by-step physical training plan specifically for your mouth.
Yeah.
And what you'll likely discover is that the real problem maybe wasn't your English level itself, but, well, silence. That habit of not speaking.
That physical hesitation.
Exactly. And that silence, that physical block. For you listening, it ends today.
Okay, so this is like a reset button, a breakthrough moment.
Precisely. This is where true uninhibited fluency can really begin. So, are you ready? Ready to train that mouth to speak English clearly, powerfully, confidently?
Let's do it. Let's unlock this. All right, so if the goal is waking up this physical instrument, the mouth, where do we start?
It sounds like the first hurdle is just opening your mouth and making sounds, right? Even if it's just to yourself.
That's often the biggest hurdle, yeah.
Yeah.
Which brings us straight to our first technique, the mirror talk method.
Mirror talk. Okay, sounds straightforward.
It is, deceptively so. At its heart, it's simply standing in front of a mirror, looking yourself right in the eye and speaking English out loud.
Why is that so powerful? Just talking to yourself.
Well, think about how most learners operate, especially those who get stuck. They live inside their heads, right? Silently translating, imagining conversations, hoping that one day they'll just magically feel ready.
Yeah, waiting for that perfect moment of confidence.
Exactly. But the mirror, it kind of forces you to perform. There's nowhere to hide from your own reflection, from your own hesitation. You're literally face to face with the physical act of speaking. It compels you to push through that discomfort.
So you become both the speaker and the listener. Precisely. And you get immediate visual feedback. How's your facial control? Are you making eye contact? How is your mouth actually moving? It shifts the focus, at least initially, away from just perfect grammar and towards the actual doing the movement, the eye contact, expressing emotion, gaining control.
Okay, makes sense. So how do you actually do it, step by step?
It's really simple. Find a quiet spot with a clear mirror. Bathroom, bedroom, whatever works. Stand up straight. Good posture. And this is important. Look directly into your eyes. Don't get distracted by your clothes or the background.
Why the eyes specifically?
It builds that crucial eye contact confidence you need for real conversations. It feels a bit intense at first, but it works.
Got it. Then what?
Start easy. A simple self-introduction. Name, age, city, job, hobbies. Just the basics. Say that same intro maybe 3 to 5 times. But here's the key part. Vary the speed and emotion.
Vary it how?
Say it slowly once, really deliberately, then a bit faster. Then try injecting some feeling, maybe sound excited or thoughtful or even a little serious. It's not about becoming an Oscar-winning actor. It's training your mouth for flexibility, for dynamic control.
And while doing this, you're watching your mouth.
Actively observing, yes. Notice how your lips move, where your tongue goes, which words feel sticky, where does your mouth seem to hesitate or get stuck. That's your real-time feedback. You are literally coaching yourself on the physical mechanics.
Yeah, and you mentioned increasing difficulty.
Yeah, gradually, day by day. Day 1, the intro. Day 2, maybe describe your morning routine out loud. Day 3, talk about your favorite movie or a memory. Day 4, you could even simulate a job interview. Answer some common questions. Small steps, but consistent progression. That's the key.
Does this stuff genuinely work, though? Like real-world results?
We've seen amazing results. There's a great story about a young woman from Indonesia, years of learning English grammar, vocab, listening, the whole 9 yards. But she'd never really spoken it much in real life. She moves to Australia for college. First time in a supermarket, someone kindly asks, "Do you need help?" And she just freezes completely.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Even though she knew the words.
Knew them perfectly. But her mouth wasn't trained for that spontaneous moment. She was so disheartened. But the next day, she started doing this, stood in front of her bathroom mirror, specifically practicing phrases like, "I need help. Can you help me, please?" Where is the thing she knew she'd need?
How often did you practice?
Just 10 minutes a day, but every day, no excuses. And after only 3 weeks,
Yeah.
she had her first proper, confident English conversation in that same supermarket.
Wow. So the physical practice literally unlocked the knowledge she already had.
Exactly. It bridged that gap.
Okay, so any tips for making this work best?
Definitely. First, forget judging your accent for now. Focus on clarity and movement, getting the sounds out clearly.
Right. Clarity over perfection.
Second, aim to speak strong, not necessarily fast. Rushing leads to mumbling. Deliberate, clear speech builds real fluency.
Speak strong, not fast.
Yeah.
Got it.
Third, and this is crucial, don't wait until you feel confident to start. Confidence is trained by facing that reflection and speaking anyway.
Fake it till you make it, kind of.
Sort of, but it's more like do it till you become it. And finally, commit. 30 days. Daily practice. Consistency is everything here.
What's the outcome after, say, 30 days?
You'll feel a real difference. More energy when you speak. You'll start to break that habit of mentally translating. The fear of hearing your own voice in English starts to fade. Your mouth literally becomes familiar with English sounds through that repetition, the emotion, the physical workout. It's not magic, it's training.
Okay, mirror talk.
Yeah.
Makes a lot of sense as a starting point. So once you're okay seeing and hearing yourself, what's next for building that physical comfort, making it feel less effortful?
Great question. That leads us right into technique 2. Sentence looping practice, building that automaticity.
Sentence looping. Okay, the name suggests repetition.
Exactly. It sounds almost ridiculously simple. Take one single short, simple sentence and just repeat it out loud, maybe 20, 30 times in a row.
30 times. The same sentence.
Hmm.
Doesn't that feel basic? Like drilling scales on a piano.
It does feel basic, and that's why it's such an underrated secret. But think why drilling scales works. Each repetition isn't just practice, it's forging neural pathways. Every time you say that sentence, your mouth gets more comfortable, the rhythm improves, the fear reduces just a tiny bit more. You're literally carving that pathway deeper in your brain.
So the brain doesn't have to think so hard about how to say it.
Precisely. It becomes automatic, freeing up your mental energy for the meaning, for the conversation itself. This is pure mouth muscle memory. Like a singer nailing one line, or an athlete perfecting one move until it's instinctive. A free throw, a dance step.
Fluency isn't speed, it's comfort. And comfort comes from repetition.
You got it. In your native language, your mouth just knows the shape of words. For English, those shapes might be new, unfamiliar. Your muscles are untrained. That leads to stiffness, awkwardness, words getting stuck. It might feel like forgetting, but often it's just untrained muscles. Sentence looping fixes that physical disconnect.
Okay, so how do we do this one effectively?
Choose one simple sentence. Something useful from daily life is ideal. I wake up at 6 a.m. I need a cup of coffee. Keep it short and clear.
Right.
First, say it 5 times, really slowly. Focus on the mouth movement. Feel the shape, the sounds. Use that mirror again if it helps.
Okay, slow and deliberate first.
Then, repeat it 10 more times, but find a natural rhythm. Let your voice move more confidently now.
Adding flow.
Next, 5 more times, but play with emotion. Say it like you're angry, then sleepy, excited, nervous, joking.
By the emotion.
Teaches control and flexibility. Real conversation isn't monotone. This prepares your mouth for nuances.
Makes sense. And the last few repetitions.
The final 5. Say it with power, crystal clarity, full control, like you're addressing a crowd and need to be heard and understood perfectly. By the end, your mouth believes it, your brain trusts it, your identity as someone who speaks English starts to strengthen.
Is there an example of this working for someone?
Yeah, a great one. A young delivery guy in Vietnam, learning English totally alone, no practice partners. Every morning and night, he'd stand near a noisy fan, maybe for privacy, maybe just routine and repeat. I am confident in English. 50 times. Morning and night.
50 times. Wow.
Just that one sentence. After a month, he goes for a hotel job interview. They ask about his skills. He delivers that line, I am confident in English, with such clarity, such solid self-assurance.
He got the job.
He got the job. Not because his vocab was huge or grammar perfect, but because he sounded clear and confident. That came directly from the looping.
That's powerful. Okay, any mistakes to avoid with this one?
Good question. First, don't jump between sentences too fast. Give each one enough reps to really sink in, build that muscle memory.
Stick with one for a while.
Second, don't do it lazily. Put energy into your mouth, your voice, engage the muscles.
Right. Active practice.
Aim for clarity and comfort with the sounds, not just trying to be fast. Speed isn't the goal here.
Clarity and comfort.
And most importantly, speak with your mouth out loud with some force. This isn't just thinking the words. The physical act is key.
Got it. So the outcome is rewiring the brain to trust the mouth, training the voice, shifting identity.
Exactly. It's a surprisingly powerful, though simple, technique for building that foundational fluency.
Okay, so we've talked about facing yourself in the mirror and drilling sentences for muscle memory. What if you're in a situation where you just can't speak out loud but still want to practice?
That's where technique 3, silent speaking, comes in, or sometimes called shadowing without sound. It's a really smart way to keep training, even when you need to be quiet.
Silent speaking. So you're basically miming.
Pretty much. You watch a short English video clip, listen to a sentence, and then you copy the speaker's mouth movements exactly, but without making any sound. Your mouth opens, closes, forms the words silently.
It sounds a bit strange, but I can see how it might work. Why is it effective?
Don't let the silence fool you. It's actually quite an advanced training technique. Its main power is strengthening that direct connection between hearing and speaking, the brain-mouth connection.
Okay, bridging the gap between understanding and producing.
Exactly. We've all been there. You hear a word, understand it perfectly, but your mouth fumbles trying to say it. Silent shadowing builds that neural bridge. It teaches your tongue where to go, your jaw how to move, your breath how to sync up, all without the pressure of making the sound correctly.
So the brain can focus purely on the physical movement.
Precisely. It dedicates all resources to the mechanics, building deep, almost subconscious muscle memory. Plus, it's fantastic for shy learners or practicing on the bus, in a library, anywhere you can't speak aloud. Builds the habit without embarrassment.
Right, very practical. How do you do it properly?
Find a short video clip, maybe 30 seconds, a movie scene, a podcast interview snippet, a clear TV conversation. Crucially, you need to be able to see the speaker's mouth clearly, and the pace should be fairly natural.
Okay, visible mouth, natural pace.
First, just watch and listen once. Don't try to copy yet. Just observe the mouth, listen to the rhythm.
Absorb it first.
Then, play it again, but mute your own voice. Copy the speaker's mouth movements exactly. Every lip purse, every jaw drop, every pause, every syllable. Silently. It might feel awkward at first. That's normal. That's the training happening.
How many times?
Repeat that same clip maybe 3 or 4 times, trying to match more closely each time. You'll start to feel your mouth moving more naturally, anticipating the shapes. Like if the sentence is, "What do you want to do today?" which often sounds like, "What you want to do today?" You're silently mimicking those fast, reduced sounds, the lip movements for W, tongue for T, and D.
Okay, mimicking the natural reductions.
Yeah. Try doing maybe 10 silent reps of a short phrase. Then, just once, try saying it out loud with your voice. You'll likely be surprised how much more natural the movement feels. The sound flows more easily.
Cool. Any pitfalls to avoid here?
Definitely. Don't just flap your mouth open and closed randomly. Precision in matching the speaker is key.
Match exactly.
Don't skip the initial listening phase. You need to internalize the sound and rhythm first.
Listen first, then copy.
Don't rush. It's about accuracy and muscle memory, not speed.
Precision, not speed.
And crucially, remember, this is preparation for speaking. Don't stay silent forever. Use it to build the foundation for voiced practice.
Right, it's a stepping stone. So what's the overall outcome?
Even just 5 minutes of silent shadowing daily can make a huge difference over time. It quietly but powerfully grows your physical fluency. When you do speak aloud, your speech might sound surprisingly natural, even to yourself. You've been training those patterns all along.
That's a clever technique, especially for integrating practice into busy or public life. Okay, so we've covered mirror work, repetition, silent practice. What about actually simulating real conversations, preparing for the interaction itself?
Excellent point. That brings us perfectly to technique 4, role-play speaking practice. This is your personal flight simulator for English conversations.
Flight simulator, I like that. So imagining real situations and practicing them.
Exactly. You imagine yourself in a specific real-life scenario, and you speak as if you're actually there, in that moment.
Why is this different from just thinking about it?
Because thinking isn't doing. This is what doctors do before surgery, pilots before flight, actors before performance. They simulate, rehearse, prepare for the real thing under controlled conditions.
And it helps with nervousness.
Hugely. So many learners say, "I understand fine, but I get nervous talking to people." That nervousness often comes from a lack of low-stakes, real-world practice. Your brain knows the words, but your voice hasn't been trained to deliver them smoothly under the slight pressure of interaction. Role-play gives you that safe space.
A safe space to rehearse, test responses, build fluency without fear of judgment.
Precisely. No real consequences if you stumble, just learning and strengthening.
So how do you set up a role play?
Choose a common, real-life situation. Ordering food, asking directions, small talk at a party, a customer service interaction. Something you're likely to encounter.
Okay, pick a scenario.
Then, jot down maybe 3 to 5 common sentences or phrases you'd likely use in that situation. If ordering food, can I see the menu? Do you have vegetarian options? I'll have the chicken, please.
Simple, practical phrases.
Then speak them out loud in character. Really pretend you're there. Use your hands, make eye contact with a mirror or an imaginary person, adjust your voice tone, inject confidence, maybe even some emotion relevant to the scene.
Get into the role.
And then try repeating it with different emotions. How would you order if you were tired, nervous, excited? This builds incredible flexibility for the nuances of real talk.
That sounds really practical. Does make a real difference.
Absolutely. There's a story of a man from Brazil aiming for a customer service job in Dubai. Good English on paper, but he froze talking to people. Intense fear. So he created 10 daily role-play scenarios, dealing with an angry customer, explaining returns, saying, "Let me check that for you," things specific to the job.
Tailored practice.
He practiced them 20 minutes a day in front of a mirror. After just 3 weeks, he had a tough job interview. He absolutely nailed it. He confidently role-played his answers, showing emotion, structure, presence. He got hired not for perfect grammar, but for that authentic, controlled delivery he'd practiced.
Wow. Role play literally got him the job. Any pro tips for this?
Yeah, a few. Try recording your role plays. Watching back helps you spot areas to improve.
Record and review.
Try playing both sides of the conversation. Be the customer and the waiter. Great for flow.
Play both parts.
Use resources. YouTube has tons of conversation examples. AI tools like ChatGPT are brilliant for generating scenarios or even acting as your partner.
Use tech aids.
And maybe keep a role play book, a collection of your scenarios and scripts to revisit and expand.
Build a library of situations.
Yeah.
Okay, so the outcome is being ready to handle real conversations, not just know the words.
Exactly. You learn to perform English, to live it, control it when it counts because you've rehearsed it. You've built the muscle memory for the situation itself.
That makes a lot of sense. So building on that idea of performance and maybe using tech, what's next?
That leads perfectly into Technique 5. Talk to camera or AI every day. This turns technology into your personal, always available, non-judgmental speaking partner.
Using your phone camera or something like ChatGPT.
Exactly. The camera is brutally honest, but in a good way. It's your mirror to the world. If you don't have a human to practice with consistently, the camera or AI is an incredibly powerful tool. It's amazing how many learners have this tech in their pocket, but never really use it for active speaking practice. But if you do, the progress can be exponential.
Why is it so effective? What does the camera add?
Well, speaking to a camera or responding to AI forces your mouth to form full sentences under a gentle, healthy kind of pressure. It's not quite real-time conversation pressure, but it's more than just thinking. It instantly makes you more aware of your tone, your body language, how clear you actually sound.
It's self-awareness. Yeah.
And crucially, it creates a recorded history, a video journal of your growth. You become your own teacher, spotting your own patterns and improvements. Even just 1 to 3 minutes a day trains your mouth on structure, flow, rhythm. You hear yourself, see yourself, and get really good at improving yourself.
Okay, how do you use the camera method?
Pick a topic you actually care about and can talk about off the cuff. How was your day? Favorite movie? Goals for the year? A message to future you. Something simple.
No script.
No script, no memorizing. Just turn on your phone camera or webcam and speak freely for, say, 1 to 3 minutes.
Then what? Watch it back.
Yes, watch it back. And this is key. Watch it kindly. No harsh judgment. Just observe. Ask yourself, was I clear? Did I pause awkwardly? Where did I seem to get stuck? That observation drives improvement.
Okay, watch kindly. And the AI approach.
If videos feel weird or you want interaction, use something like ChatGPT. Start a role play. Type something like, let's role play. I'm a tourist in London. You're the hotel receptionist. Then, when the AI responds, you respond out loud. Speak your answer as if it's a real person. This forces faster, more natural, often more emotional responses from your mouth.
Treat the AI like a person.
Yeah.
Got it. Any success stories with this?
Oh, yeah. A young woman from Turkey. She committed to recording 60 short videos in 60 days. Random topics each day. Her first videos, visibly shy, broken sentences, shaky voice. By day 20, you could see a difference, more fluid. Day 40, confidence just exploded. Longer sentences, steady voice.
Wow.
By day 60, she was so confident she actually uploaded some videos and got hired to teach English to kids online. She trained her voice in private, and then the world noticed.
That's incredible. Any final tips for using camera or AI?
Keep the videos private initially. They're for your tracking. Speak naturally like you're talking to a friend, not reading a textbook. Definitely watch your older videos maybe once a month. The progress will blow you away and keep you motivated.
Seeing the growth.
And maybe name your videos simply Day 1 My Dream, Day 15 Weekend to build your personal library of growth.
Love that. Library of growth. So the outcome is this non-judgmental partner helps you realize you're becoming a speaker, not just a learner.
Exactly. The camera doesn't care about your accent or mistakes. It just reflects. And one day you look back and think, wow, I didn't just learn it, I became it.
Okay, that self-awareness from the camera seems vital. Now, you mentioned earlier that fluency isn't about speed.
Hmm.
Can we dive deeper into that? Because I think a lot of people do equate fast talking with being fluent.
Yes, let's tackle that head on. This is technique 6. Speak slowly to speak confidently. It directly challenges that huge misconception.
The myth that faster equals better.
Exactly. It's a deep-seated myth, but true fluency. It's really about clarity, confidence, and control. And the secret weapon for all three is often intentionally slowing down.
Slowing down. How does that help?
Several powerful things happen when you speak more deliberately. 1, your pronunciation automatically improves. 2, your brain gets more time to think, to find the right words. 3, you actually sound more intelligent, more thoughtful.
Interesting.
And maybe most importantly, people understand you better. There's less effort for the listener.
So why do people try to speak fast then?
Often it's nerves or they think it sounds more native or smarter, but the reality is usually the opposite. Rushing makes you swallow words, mix up grammar, forget things, lose control.
Yeah, you stumble more.
Right, which makes you feel like a failure, kills your confidence, and makes you want to stop speaking. It's a vicious cycle.
But slowing down breaks that cycle.
It gives your brain breathing room. It gives your mouth better control over articulation. It gives your message more weight, more power.
Okay, how do you practice speaking slowly without sounding, well, slow and boring?
Good point. Pick a simple topic, again, favorite food, morning routine. Say a sentence like, my favorite food is spicy chicken curry. I eat it every Sunday with my family. Okay. Now say it very slowly, word by word, allowing natural pauses between the phrases or ideas. Breathe. Control your voice.
Deliberate pacing.
It's not about being lazy or dragging out sounds unnaturally. It's about being powerful and intentional. A great exercise is to record yourself saying the same thing fast, then slow. Listen back. Which one sounds stronger, clearer, more authoritative?
I bet the slower one often does.
Almost always. And remember to add emotion even when slow. You don't want to sound robotic, just clear, deliberate, maybe warm or thoughtful, depending on the context.
Got it. Any examples of this making a real difference?
Definitely. A man from Egypt, brilliant guy, applying for a job in Canada. First interview, he rushed, talked super fast, lost the opportunity despite good ideas. His coach told him simply, slow down, speak like a leader. So he practiced that for 30 days, slow, deliberate speaking with clear pauses.
And the next interview?
Totally different vibe. Calm, powerful, every word clear. He got the job. Not because his English improved drastically in 30 days, but because he sounded completely in control, confident, capable. His presence changed.
Presence through pacing. Wow.
Hmm.
Mistakes to avoid here.
Don't stretch words out unnaturally. It's about pauses between thoughts, not elongating syllables.
Natural pauses.
Don't mistake slow for boring or low energy. Keep warmth and conviction in your voice.
Maintain energy.
Crucially, apply it in real conversations, not just practice time. Make it your new habit.
Use it live.
And don't feel bad if initially someone tells you to speed up. Clarity and control win in the long run. Trust the process.
So the big takeaway is that power lies in presence and control, not speed. Walk towards fluency with purpose, one clear sentence at a time.
Beautifully put. And that idea of clarity and control leads nicely into our next technique, which is about the sound itself. Technique 7, sound shadowing or real-time imitation. This is about learning the music of English.
The music of English. I like that. So this isn't just about words, but the melody and rhythm.
Exactly. Think about learning music. You don't just read sheet music, right? You listen, you imitate, you play along. It's the same for spoken language. You don't get truly fluent just from books. You learn by shadowing, mimicking real voices. Sound shadowing is listening to a native speaker and at the same time trying to repeat exactly what they say. Same tone, rhythm, pauses, emotion in real time.
Simultaneously. Not listen, then repeat.
Simultaneously, like an echo that happens instantly. It's not just copying words, it's imitating the music, the melody, the beat.
Why is that so important?
Because English is a sound system, a unique melody. Shadowing trains your mouth to move in that same rhythm with the same stresses and intonation that fluent speakers use naturally. Think about how kids learn. They don't analyze grammar, they listen, mimic, repeat. That's how they get that natural sound.
So it bypasses the analytical brain and goes straight to the physical and auditory connection.
Right. Brain and mouth learn together in real time. Ears hear, brain catches patterns, mouth mirrors instantly. Over time, English starts to feel familiar, natural, not foreign.
Okay, how do you actually do sound shadowing?
Choose a clear, native English audio clip, podcast, TED Talk, TV show scene, movie dialogue, something with real human emotion and a natural pace.
Real human speech, not robotic.
Play just a short chunk, maybe 5 to 10 seconds. Listen really carefully. Not just what words, but how they're said, pitch, speed, emotion, pauses. How do words connect?
Listen for the music.
Then replay that exact same section and speak with the speaker at the same time, like a shadow. No delay, don't think, just copy.
That sounds hard.
It is hard at first. Your tongue will stumble, it'll feel awkward. That's good, that's the training. Do it again and again with that same short bit. Like if they say, I'm not sure what you're talking about, maybe it sounds like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You shadow that natural, connected sound.
Focus on the flow and connection. How much practice?
Maybe just 5 to 10 sentences worth of this intense shadowing per day is enough to make a difference.
Okay, mistakes to avoid.
Don't pause and repeat later. Shadow live. That real-time connection is crucial.
Shadow live.
Don't worry about catching every single word, especially at first. Focus on the rhythm and tone, the overall musicality.
Rhythm and tone over perfect words.
Choose real, emotional, native speech. Avoid robotic text-to-speech voices.
Real voices.
And try to switch off your grammar brain for this. Let your mouth learn the patterns naturally.
Let the mouth learn. Okay, so the outcome is performance training. Sounding more fluent, not just acting it.
Exactly. The best speakers are often great listeners and imitators. Daily shadowing makes your voice start to sound fluent naturally, incrementally, day by day.
This physical aspect is really coming through.
Yeah.
Which makes me think, what about the actual muscles? Like specific exercises for the mouth itself?
You're anticipating perfectly. That's technique 8. Tongue and jaw muscle training, tuning your oral instrument for peak performance.
Tuning the instrument. I remember trying to make certain English sounds and my tongue felt tied in knots.
Yeah.
It makes sense that the muscles need training.
It absolutely does. Your mouth is an instrument. Guitar, piano, vocal cords, they all need tuning, stretching, control. One huge, often ignored reason English feels hard is that your mouth isn't used to the shapes, positions, rapid movements needed. Sounds might not exist in your native language, movements feel awkward, words feel tiring.
It's not a lack of knowledge, it's a lack of muscle conditioning.
Exactly. This training gives your mouth the flexibility, agility, and power to speak English without getting tired, tense, or twisted. Think actors, opera singers, they train their tongues, jaws, lips constantly. It's their tool. If muscles are tight or weak, performance suffers. Same for us speaking English.
You can know the sentence, but if the mouth can't produce it easily.
It won't come out clearly or powerfully. Training these muscles leads to better pronunciation, more stamina, faster word recovery, fewer mistakes, and less fear.
Okay, so what are these exercises? How do we train the tongue and jaw?
Let's break it down. 3 key areas. First, tongue stretching. Stick your tongue out as far as you can. Then move it side to side slowly. Then try touching the roof of your mouth just behind your teeth while saying la 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 continuously for about a minute.
La la la. What does that help with?
Builds flexibility for tricky sounds like L, D, T, which need precise tongue placement.
Okay, second area.
Jaw loosening.
Yeah.
Open your mouth wide like a big yawn. Hold for 5 seconds. Relax. Repeat 5 times. Then rhythmically say ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ma.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ma.
Helps loosen the jaw, reduce tension, and aids sounds made with the lips like P, B, M.
Got it. And the third.
Lip control. Take a pencil, hold it gently between your lips, not teeth, horizontally. While holding it, slowly say the alphabet. ABC, clearly. Try for 2 minutes.
Pencil between the lips. What does that strengthen?
Lip control, vital for sounds like V, F, W, which need precise lip engagement.
These sound simple but targeted. What's the overall impact?
Significant. Reduces stuttering, mumbling, improves breath control, enhances endurance for longer sentences. You won't feel tired so quickly, makes faster speech feel easier. Words come out sharper, smoother, stronger, more impact.
So it's pronunciation and stamina. Why do people skip this?
They often see English just as mental. But if your mouth is stiff, grammar won't save you. Just 5 minutes a day on these muscles is an investment in lifelong fluency.
Train the mouth like an athlete trains their body.
Exactly. Train it to perform like a champion.
Okay, tuning the instrument makes perfect sense. Now, related to sound, you mentioned accents earlier. What's the right way to think about accents and sounding natural? Should we aim for a specific one?
Great question. And it leads directly to Technique 9, accent clarity and word flow practice. The key here is natural, smooth, understandable speech, not necessarily faking a specific accent.
So clarity and flow over imitation.
Precisely. The biggest difference you often hear between a beginner and an advanced speaker isn't just vocab, it's the flow. How words connect gracefully, how sentences move, how the sound carries smoothly. We call it connected speech. Native speakers rarely say, "What are you doing?" They naturally blend it into something like, "What you doing?"
Right, the connections and reductions.
If you speak word by word, people will understand you, sure. But it sounds robotic, stiff, unnatural. Learning to connect words makes you instantly sound more fluent, even with simple sentences. It mimics the real rhythm.
How do you practice this connection?
Choose short, common phrases where words naturally link up. What do you want? Can I help you? Let me see. Did you eat? Give me that. These aren't complex slang, just normal, everyday connected speech.
Okay, common phrases.
Say them slowly first, word by word. Then build speed, consciously practicing the connected sound. What do you want becomes, what do you want? Then smoothly, what do you want? Repeat each phrase maybe 10, 20 times. Watch your mouth in the mirror again. Build the muscle memory for the flow, the rhythm.
Repetition for flow. Then maybe try longer stretches.
Exactly. Record a 1-minute monologue using connected speech. Describe your morning. I wake up at 6, then I brush my teeth. I gotta get ready fast because I don't want to be late. That's how people really talk.
Okay, pro tips for this.
Focus on clarity and smooth connection, not faking a heavy accent. The goal is to be easily understood and sound natural.
Clarity first.
Pause naturally between ideas, not after every single word.
Natural pausing.
Keep it simple but natural. Don't overload with slang you're not comfortable with. Aim for smoothness, not absolute perfection.
Smoothness, not perfection. What's the big picture outcome here?
When words connect, your message comes alive. You sound like a speaker, not a student reading aloud. Why? Because the flow feels natural. People listen differently. Your confidence grows. Accent in this context is about clarity, connection, and comfort. Practicing word connection daily improves how you say things, fundamentally.
That makes a lot of sense. Clarity and flow are more achievable than perfectly mimicking an accent. Okay, we've covered 9 techniques. This brings us to the final one. You said it might be the most crucial.
Arguably, yes, because this is where it all comes together under real-world conditions. Technique 10. Speak under pressure. This is the final training ground, the crucible for true fluency.
Speak under pressure. This sounds intense.
It is, but it's where fluency is truly forged and proven. Not when you're calm and alone, but when your heart's racing, maybe your palms are sweaty, but your mouth still works. This is the culmination. Everything we've practiced, mirror talk, looping, shadowing, muscle training, role play, slow speech gets tested here. Can you speak when your brain feels stressed?
Because that's the real test, right? Speaking when nervous.
Exactly. Most learners are fine alone, but put them on the spot, someone watching, time ticking, silence falls, and they freeze. Why? Their mouth wasn't trained for stress. This technique fixes that. You don't magically become brave. You become brave by facing discomfort repeatedly until it feels normal, until pressure becomes your comfort zone.
So simulating pressure at home builds resilience for real life, like interviews, meetings, talking to strangers.
Precisely. Those moments feel like tests, but they're actually training opportunities. If you can handle simulated pressure safely at home, you'll be far stronger when it happens for real.
Okay, how do you simulate pressure at home?
Simple, but demanding. Set a timer for just 60 seconds, 1 minute.
1 minute.
Your only goal. Keep talking for that minute without stopping. Pick a random topic with no preparation. Favorite food, last weekend, dream vacation, a fear, your morning routine, anything.
No prep. Just go.
Just go. Speak continuously for 60 seconds. Don't stop. Don't plan ahead. Don't try to self-correct perfectly. Just let the words flow.
What if you forget a word or go blank?
If you forget a word, describe it another way. Don't stop. If you go blank, say, let me think. Take a breath and keep going. The goal isn't perfection. It's resilience. Pushing through. This builds mental flexibility, word recovery skills, on-the-spot thinking, mouth control under stress, and deep confidence in chaos.
Has this worked for people in high-stakes situations?
Absolutely. A student in Spain prepping for a vital visa interview knew his English but froze in rehearsals overthinking, pausing, restarting. His teacher gave him the 60-second method. Tell me about your hometown. 1 minute. Go.
He struggled at first, stammered. But after 10 days of these bursts,
What happened?
his mouth reacted faster. His brain trusted itself more. He learned to push through pauses. In the real interview, no freezing, confident, fluid, his mouth was pressure trained.
Pressure trained. I like that. Okay, mistakes to avoid with this intense one.
Don't prepare a script. The whole point is spontaneous fluency.
No scripts.
Don't stop dead if you make a mistake. Correct it quickly aloud and move on, or just keep going.
Keep moving.
Speak simply and clearly. Don't try to show off complex words. Focus on stamina and flow.
Simple and clear.
And please don't compare your first attempts to anyone else or even your ideal self. Your only competition is you from yesterday.
Compete with yourself. So the outcome is like strength training. Start small, practice daily, and the pressure that scared you becomes your training ground. Exactly. Real conversations start to feel less like a test and more like home, because you faced tougher conditions in practice.
Wow. 10 powerful techniques. Okay, if we pull this all together, it sounds like fluency isn't magic, it's a habit, a daily system.
That's the core message. Your daily system, your consistent practice is your best teacher. Far better than passively waiting for fluency to strike.
Right. So can we outline that 15-minute daily plan you mentioned earlier? Something concrete people can follow.
Absolutely. This isn't just theory, it's a practical, repeatable plan designed to train your mouth every day, no matter where you are or how busy. No books, no apps needed, just your voice and 15 minutes.
Okay, let's break down the 15-minute daily fluency formula, minute by minute.
All right, imagine this is your daily English workout, minute 1 to 2. Mirror talk warm-up, stand tall, look in your eyes, introduce yourself naturally. Hi, I named my feeling today because builds confidence, eye contact.
Okay, 2 minutes mirror talk.
Minute 3 to 5, sentence leaping. Pick one sentence for the day. I don't like being late. Repeat it maybe 20 times. Vary tone, speed, emotion. Feel the rhythm. Builds muscle memory, comfort.
3 minutes looping. Got it.
Minute 6 to 7, role play situation, quick scenario, ordering coffee, asking for directions, speak 3-5 relevant sentences, act it out, builds practical fluency, situational memory.
2 minutes role play.
Minute 8 to 9, silent sound shadowing, play 30 seconds of native audio, meet yourself, copy the mouth movements precisely, rhythm, lips, flow, repeat 2-3 times, builds muscle patterns, listening awareness.
2 minutes silent shadowing.
Minute 10 to 11, tongue and jaw warm up, 2 minutes of those stretches. Tongue out, side to side, jaw, yawn, relax, blah. Focus on control, builds clarity, reduces tension.
2 minutes physical warm-up.
Minute 12 to 13, word flow practice. Pick a phrase with linked words. What do you want? Say it 15 times, focusing on the smooth connection. What do you want? Record, maybe? Builds natural flow, clear accent.
2 minutes word flow.
Minute 14 to 15, pressure speaking. The final minute. Timer on. Random topic, no prep. Speak nonstop. Push through stumbles. Builds courage, real-time fluency.
1 intense minute under pressure. That's 15 minutes total.
That's it. The commitment is key. Do the specific routine every single day for 30 days straight. The impact will be profound.
What changes can people realistically expect after 30 days?
The fear of speaking starts to dissolve. Your mouth finds sentences more automatically. You get better at recovering from mistakes without freezing. You genuinely start to feel like a speaker, not just a learner. Others will likely notice the difference in your voice, your ease, and crucially, your own belief in your fluency will grow immensely.
And tracking progress.
After 30 days, maybe record yourself talking spontaneously. Compare it to day 1 if you recorded then. Or just reflect. You'll realize you didn't just learn more English, you literally trained your identity as an English speaker.
Trained your identity. That's powerful. It emphasizes the active process. No magic moment, just consistent action. This 15-minute routine is like your personal fluency gym.
Exactly. No cost, no special talent needed. Just your voice, daily, without giving up.
Which really highlights the final point, doesn't it? The power of action over waiting.
Absolutely. Fluency isn't a gift you receive, it's a structure you build. One word, one repetition, one conscious breath at a time. So many learners get stuck because they wait. Waiting for the perfect words, the perfect sentence, waiting to feel confident, waiting to finish all the lessons, waiting until they make 0 mistakes.
And they wait so long they forget how to even start.
Tragically, yes. But the liberating truth, fluency doesn't wait for you. It comes from motion, not perfection, from practice, not planning, from using your mouth, not just your mind.
Viewing English as a skill to be practiced, not a test to be passed.
Precisely. Like riding a bike or playing piano. You learn by doing, failing, fixing, repeating. You have to be willing to sound awkward at first.
The only way to speak well is to speak badly first and do it anyway.
That's the uncomfortable but necessary truth. This deep dive wasn't just information, it was a system, concrete actions, a reason to stop being afraid.
But those fears might still linger.
Right?
What if I make mistakes, forget words, people laugh? What if I never sound fluent?
Of course. And the honest answer is, you will make mistakes. You will forget words sometimes. Maybe someone might laugh. Their problem, not yours. You will feel stuck occasionally. But staying silent because of those fears means staying stuck forever. That's far more painful than any temporary mistake.
So the message is, speak anyway.
Speak even if your voice shakes. Speak if the sentence is broken. Speak if no one seems to be listening. Speak until English stops being a foreign subject and becomes part of who you are. Because the only thing truly worse than speaking broken English is a silent mouth that never dared to try.
That really puts it in perspective.
Remember, your voice matters. Your story, your perspective, it matters. And your English isn't a weakness, it's a superpower waiting for you to unlock it.
So the final thought for everyone listening.
Speak it into existence. Speak your goals, your fears, your progress. It doesn't matter how slow or shaky you start. Just don't stop.
Because you're not training for perfection.
You're training for freedom, the freedom to express your true self fully, powerfully. So maybe right now, wherever you are, say it out loud. Let your mouth feel the words. Let your voice hear them. I am not afraid to speak English anymore.
Say it. Feel it.
Embrace the journey. It's yours to take. Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take amazing sources, research, articles, notes, and boil them down to what you really need to know. Today, we're tackling something so many English learners feel. You know, you understand everything perfectly in your head, you know the words, you know exactly what you want to say, but then, boom, time to speak, and it's like your mouth just freezes. Voice gone. Suddenly feels like you don't know any English at all. Sound familiar? It's not just like a mental thing. It feels really physical, right?
Absolutely. It is physical. And that leads to what our sources call the brutal truth, which is if your mouth isn't moving, your English fluency isn't moving either, it's stuck. And the reason so many people get stuck is they've been learning kind of the wrong way.
The wrong way. How so?
Well, they focus almost entirely on the brain stuff.
Yeah.
Like grammar rules, memorizing vocab lists, reading, watching movies. And look, all that is absolutely useful. It's necessary groundwork, no doubt.
Sure, you need that foundation.
Exactly. But it's incomplete. It trains your brain, your understanding. But what about the actual physical act of speaking? Forming the sounds, moving your lips, your tongue, your jaw in the right way. That part often gets completely missed.
Okay, so you're saying English isn't just knowing stuff, it's doing stuff. Physically.
Precisely. That's the core idea for this deep dive. English isn't just a subject you study, like history. It's a physical skill you develop. Think about an athlete, maybe a tennis player. They don't just read books about tennis, right?
Right. They practice serves, volleys for hours.
Exactly. Their muscles, their body needs constant, deliberate practice. Coordination, repetition, muscle memory. It's exactly the same for speaking English. Your lips, your tongue, your jaw, even your throat muscles. They all need physical training. They need to learn the movements, build coordination, develop that muscle memory to produce English sounds and sentences smoothly, naturally, without that physical practice.
Your mouth just won't cooperate, even if your brain knows exactly what to do.
That's it. You've got the brilliant conductor, your brain, but the orchestra, your mouth, hasn't rehearsed the piece.
Wow. Okay. That's a really powerful way to put it. So our mission today, it's not just talking about fluency.
No, absolutely not.
We're actually giving you a physical training plan for your mouth.
Right, exactly. We've dug into the sources and pulled out 10 really powerful mouth training techniques. And these aren't about just understanding theory or getting that kind of, fake confidence you feel inside your head.
Yeah, the kind that evaporates the second you open your mouth.
Right. This is about building real, practical, physical speaking fluency. And the best part, you can do these techniques completely alone.
Alone. No classes needed.
Just you, your voice, maybe a mirror, in about 15 minutes a day. You don't need an expensive course. You don't need to be in London or New York. None of that matters.
Okay, this sounds potentially game-changing. Let's unpack this then, because it sounds like we're talking about transforming knowing English in your head into actually speaking it confidently.
That's the goal, a step-by-step physical plan for your mouth.
All right, so the core idea, the thing driving all these techniques, you said it's simple but often missed. The problem isn't the English itself.
It's the silence. Your silence?
My silence? How do you mean?
Think about all the time you've spent studying. Hours on grammar, vocab, reading, listening. You've trained your brain, probably really well.
Right. Makes sense.
But you forgot, or maybe nobody ever told you, that you also needed to train your mouth, your physical speaking muscles.
Hmm.
That gap, that disconnect between what your brain knows and what your mouth can do,
Okay.
physically, smoothly, automatically.
Hmm.
That's why you feel stuck.
So the words are there in my head, perfect sentences even, but they just can't get out because the physical pathway isn't built.
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's like a traffic jam between your brain and your lips.
Hmm.
The knowledge is there, but the physical road isn't clear or wide enough yet.
Okay. Let's go back to that athlete analogy you used, the pianist.
Yes, the pianist. Perfect example. They don't just know music theory. They spend thousands of hours physically practicing scales, chords, difficult passages. Their fingers develop muscle memory. They build coordination. It becomes automatic, so they can perform beautifully under pressure without thinking about every single finger movement.
And speaking English requires that same kind of physical muscle memory training for the mouth.
Exactly the same principle.
Mm.
Your lips, your tongue moving to the roof of your mouth, your jaw opening just right, the soft palate adjusting.
Mm-hmm.
These are complex physical actions. In your native language, it's all automatic, effortless. Your mouth knows the shapes. But for English, sounds, rhythms, connections, if those specific muscles haven't been trained through repetition, they feel stiff, they get stuck.
So when I feel like I forgot a word, maybe it's not my memory, but my mouth muscles literally aren't ready to produce it quickly.
That's often a huge part of it, yes. The muscles lack the automatic pathway. So this deep dive is about giving you the drills, the physical exercises to build those pathways, to train the instrument.
Okay, instrument training. I like that. Let's get into the first technique then. You said it's simple but powerful.
Deceptively simple. It's called the mirror talk method.
Mirror talk. Okay, it sounds straightforward. What is it?
It is straightforward. You stand in front of a mirror, you look directly into your own eyes, and you just speak English out loud.
Just talk to myself in the mirror.
Exactly. No notes, no script, just you, your reflection, and your voice speaking English.
Okay, why does that work? Seems a bit odd, maybe?
It feels odd at first, definitely, but the power is in the direct confrontation.
Mm.
Most learners, they only speak silently in their heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Imagining conversations. The mirror forces you to actually perform. You see your mouth moving, you see your expressions. You have to make eye contact with yourself.
Ah, okay, so it makes it feel more real, like a mini performance.
Precisely. Your brain registers it as a social interaction. Even though it's just you, it breaks the habit of hiding. And over time, looking yourself in the eye while speaking builds serious confidence for real conversations. You get used to seeing yourself speak. Plus, you get immediate visual feedback. You see how your lips form sounds, where you might look hesitant, how your face moves. You become both the speaker and the observer.
So it's like instant visual feedback without needing a teacher there.
Exactly. It's not about perfect grammar in this moment. It's about the physical movement, the confidence, the facial control, the eye contact, bridging that gap between internal thought and external voice.
Okay, I'm starting to see the power. How do I actually do it step by step?
Right. First, find a quiet spot with a mirror. Bathroom, bedroom, wherever you can see your face clearly. Second, stand straight, shoulders back, and look directly into your own eyes. Really connect with your reflection. Don't look at your shirt or the wall behind you. Eyes.
Okay, focus on the eyes. Got it. Then what?
Start simple. Introduce yourself. Hi, my name is your name. I live in your city. I'm learning English because... Just basic stuff, familiar stuff. Fourth step. Repeat that introduction 3 to 5 times. Do it once slowly, really enunciating. Then maybe a bit faster, finding a rhythm. And then this is important. Try it with some emotion, like you're excited or serious or maybe a little tired.
Adding emotion. Why is that part important?
Because real conversation has emotion. This trains your mouth and voice for flexibility, not just robotic repetition. And crucially, watch your mouth as you speak. Notice the movements. See which sounds look or feel difficult. Where do you hesitate? That's your real-time feedback.
Watching my mouth. Okay, so I'm seeing the physical production.
Exactly. Your mirror is your coach right there.
And how do I make it harder? I can't just introduce myself forever.
Good point. You'd increase the difficulty. Day 1, self-introduction. Day 2, maybe describe your morning routine out loud. Day 3, talk about your favorite movie, summarize the plot, explain why you like it. Day 4, pretend you're in a job interview. Answer questions like, tell me about yourself, or what are your strengths?
Ah, so constantly pushing the boundary a bit.
Yes, Keep challenging yourself with new topics, more complex sentences, different scenarios. That's how the muscles and the confidence grow together.
You mentioned an anecdote earlier, someone from Indonesia.
Ah, yes, a great example from the source material. This young woman, she'd studied English for years, knew grammar inside out, huge vocabulary, but never actually spoke. Moved to Australia for college, first day, in a supermarket, someone just asked her, "Do you need help?" Simple question.
And she knew the words, obviously.
Perfectly. But she just froze. Couldn't get a word out. Her mouth wasn't trained for a spontaneous response. She was devastated, went home, decided she had to fix it, stood in front of her bathroom mirror the next day, started practicing responses. "Yes, I need help. Can you help me, please? Where's the charger section?" Things like that.
Just basic practical phrases.
Exactly. She did it for 10 minutes every single day, rain or shine, and the result. After just 3 weeks of this mirror practice, she had her first proper confident conversation in English. In a supermarket again. It was a total breakthrough.
3 weeks. That's incredible, just from talking to herself in the mirror.
It's the power of consistent physical practice. She trained her mouth.
Okay, so some key tips for doing this right.
Definitely. 1, focus on clarity, not accent. Just be clear. Your accent is fine. 2, speak strong, not necessarily fast. Clarity and control over speed. 3, train confidence. Don't wait for it. Confidence comes from doing the mirror talk, not before it. And 4, consistency is everything. Commit to 30 days, every single day. Even 5 minutes is better than 0.
So after 30 days, what change should someone expect to see, or rather feel?
You'll likely speak with more energy, less hesitation. That internal translation starts fading. You won't fear your own voice as much. Your mouth itself will feel more familiar with English sounds. It's not magic. It's just repetition, emotion, and physical practice.
The mirror is your new tool. Simple, but powerful. Okay, so that's mirror talk. What's next? You mentioned another technique that sounds basic, but packs a punch.
Yes. Technique number 2, sentence looping practice.
Sentence looping. Okay, what does that involve?
It's incredibly simple. You take one short, simple sentence, and you repeat it out loud, clearly, maybe 20 to 30 times in a row.
20 or 30 times. The same sentence. Doesn't that get boring?
It might sound boring, but the effect is profound. The power is in that focused repetition. It's building deep physical imprinting.
Physical imprinting. Okay, explain why repeating one sentence so many times actually works for fluency.
It works directly on building mouth muscle memory. Think about it. Each time you repeat that sentence, your tongue, lips, jaw, they become more comfortable, more automatic in producing those specific sounds and transitions. It also dissolves fear. The sentence becomes so familiar, so automatic, that the fear associated with saying it just melts away. Again, think of an athlete drilling one move or a musician practicing one scale until it's effortless, second nature.
So fluency isn't speed, it's comfort, automaticity.
Exactly. It's being able to speak without consciously thinking about how to form the words. And looping builds that automaticity. Remember, in your native language, your mouth knows the shape of every word without effort. For English, those shapes are often new, the muscles untrained, stiff. Looping unstiffens them.
It turns knowing the sentence in your head into being able to say it without tripping up.
Precisely. It bridges that physical gap for specific, common phrases.
Okay, so how do I do sentence looping effectively? The steps.
All right. First, choose one simple, useful sentence, something from daily life. I wake up at 7 a.m. I need a cup of tea. I'm going to the store later. Keep it short and clear. Second, say it 5 times, very slowly, no rush. Focus entirely on the feeling of your mouth moving. Exaggerate slightly. Feel each sound. Watch in the mirror if you can.
5 times slow, focusing on the physical feeling. Okay.
Third, repeat it 10 more times, but now add some rhythm and confidence. Let it flow. I need a cup of tea. I need a cup of tea. Feel the beat. You'll start feeling more comfortable already. Fourth, the next 5 times, add emotional variation. Say it angry, then sleepy, excited, nervous, joking.
Same sentence, different emotions. Why?
Again, trains flexibility and control. Real speech isn't monotone. This prepares your mouth for nuance. Finally, the last 5 times, say it with power, clarity, full control, like you really mean it. I am learning English every day. By the end, your brain believes it, your mouth knows it, and your identity starts shifting.
Wow, okay. That's quite a structured process for just one sentence. You mentioned a story about this one too, a delivery boy.
Yes, from Vietnam. He was learning English alone, no one to practice with. Felt really isolated. So every morning and night, he stood near a fan for privacy and repeated one sentence. I am confident in English. 50 times each session.
50 times. That's dedication.
Huge dedication. After just 1 month, He had a job interview at a hotel. They asked him something. He paused, remembered his training, and said clearly, confidently, "I am confident in English." He got the job on the spot, not because his vocab was amazing, but because he spoke with such clarity and confidence built through that relentless looping.
That's amazing. So for someone starting, what kind of sentences should they loop?
Things like, "I live in your city, today's going to be a good day, I'm happy to meet you," things you'll actually use. The recommendation is maybe pick 3 sentences each day, repeat each one 20 times, stick with it for 30 days. The change will be significant.
Okay. Are there mistakes people make with looping?
Oh, definitely. Common ones. Changing sentences too often, you need the repetition for one sentence to sink in. Speaking lazily, mumbling, you need energy, intention. Aiming for speed over clarity, comfort, and rhythm first. Speed comes later. And the biggest mistake, just saying it in your head. You must say it out loud with your mouth.
Use the muscles.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Looping isn't boring, it's fundamental training. Our sources call it the most underrated secret of fluent speakers. It builds the foundation.
Okay, so mirror talk gets you comfortable seeing yourself speak. Sentence looping builds muscle memory for phrases. But what if I'm somewhere I can't speak out loud, like on the bus or in a library? Does my training stop?
Great question. And that leads perfectly to technique number 3, silent speaking, or sometimes called shadowing without sound.
Silent speaking. Okay, sounds intriguing. How does that work if I can't make noise?
It's clever. You watch a short English video clip, you listen carefully to a sentence, and then you physically copy the speaker's exact mouth movements, lips, tongue, jaw, without making any sound.
So I'm basically miming the speaker.
It looks like miming, but it's much more than that. It's actually considered quite an advanced fluency technique by our sources. It's about the brain-mouth connection.
Okay, unpack that. Why does silently moving my mouth help my actual speaking?
Because it directly strengthens the neural pathway between hearing English and physically articulating it. Normally, your brain hears it, understands it, but the message to the mouth gets scrambled or the muscles aren't ready. Silent speaking physically teaches your tongue where to go, your jaw how to move, your breath how to pace itself with the English rhythm. And the genius part, because there's no sound, your brain isn't worried about pronunciation, accent, mistakes, or being judged.
Ah, it takes the pressure off completely.
Totally. It can focus 100% on the pure physical movement. This builds incredibly deep muscle memory without any performance anxiety. It's like practicing choreography silently before the music starts.
Okay, I get it. Pure physical conditioning. How do I practice it?
Find a short video clip, maybe 30 seconds, with clear, natural, reasonably paced native English speech. A movie scene, podcast clip, lesson video. First, just watch and listen once. Absorb the sounds and rhythm, then play again. Mute your own voice or just don't make sound. And exactly copy the speaker's mouth movements in real time. Match everything, lips, jaw, pauses.
It'll probably feel awkward at first.
Definitely. That awkwardness is the training happening. Repeat the clip 3 or 4 times, trying to match more closely each time. You'll notice your mouth feels less stiff, moves more naturally. You'll even start anticipating the movements. That's subconscious learning. Let's take, what do you want to do today? Natives often say, what you want to do today.
Right, it gets compressed.
Exactly. So you silently shadow that compressed form. You move your mouth to make the whatcha shape, the wanna shape,
Yeah.
10 times silently. Then try saying it out loud just once. It'll flow much more easily because your mouth now knows the physical path.
This sounds amazing for people who are shy or embarrassed to practice out loud.
Huge benefit. You can practice anywhere on the train, in bed, during a boring meeting on mute. No one knows, but your mouth is getting a serious workout. You're building rhythm, muscle patterns, breath control, confidence, all silently. So when you do speak out loud, it feels way more natural.
Are there mistakes to avoid here too?
Yes. Don't just flap your mouth randomly. Match the speaker precisely. Don't skip the listening part first. You need the auditory guide. Don't rush. Focus on precision. And crucially, don't only do silent speaking forever. It's preparation, a bridge, not the final goal. You eventually need sound.
Got it. It's a powerful preparation tool. So you train silently, build the pathways. How do you then prepare for the pressure of real conversations?
Excellent question. That brings us to technique number 4, role-play speaking practice.
Role play, like acting.
Sort of, but it's much more than a game. It's simulation training. Think about pilots in flight simulators.
Or doctors practicing surgery on dummies.
Exactly. They simulate high-pressure situations to build muscle memory and automatic responses, so they perform well when it's real. Role-play does the same for your English conversations.
Okay, why does this specifically help with that freezing feeling when talking to people?
Because that freeze often happens when your mouth and brain haven't physically experienced that specific situation under pressure before.
Mm-hmm.
You know the words maybe, but you haven't performed them in that context. Roleplay gives you a safe space to rehearse, to practice the words, test responses, build fluency for that situation without the fear of real-world judgment. You fail forward in private.
Builds practical confidence for specific scenarios. Makes sense. How do I do it?
First, pick a real-life situation you expect to face. Ordering food, asking for directions, checking into a hotel, making small talk, a job interview question. Make it relevant to you. Second, write down just 3 to 5 common sentences you'd likely use. Keep it simple and realistic. If ordering food, can I see the menu? What do you recommend? I'll have the chicken, please. Third, and this is key, speak them out loud in character. Pretend you're there. Use your hands, expressions, voice tone, put energy into it. Hi, table for 2, please. With a smile, could I get the check? Clearly.
So really embody the situation.
Yes. It's training the whole communication package, mouth, mind, body, emotion. Fourth, repeat the scenario but change your emotion. Try tired, then nervous,
Yeah.
then excited. Builds flexibility for unpredictable real conversations.
You mentioned another story, a man from Brazil.
Right. He had decent English, but froze constantly in customer service situations in Dubai. Couldn't handle basic questions due to fear. So he created 10 daily work-related role plays, dealing with complaints, giving information, etc. Practice them 20 minutes a day in the mirror. After just 3 weeks, he had a job interview. They asked a situational question. He confidently role-played the answer, got hired immediately. His performance, trained through role-play, made the difference.
Oh, okay. Any pro tips for role playing?
Yeah, record yourself to see progress. Try playing both roles. Ask the question, then answer it. Use YouTube or ChatGPT for realistic conversation ideas.
Yeah.
Build a role playbook of your common scenarios.
The world isn't waiting for perfect English. It's waiting for people who can handle real conversations. Role play builds that handling skill.
Exactly. It prepares you for reality.
But what if I feel awkward role playing alone, or I just want a consistent partner?
That brings us neatly to technique number 5. Talk to a camera or AI every day.
Okay, talking to my phone camera. Or like ChatGPT.
Exactly. Think of the camera as your mirror for the world. And AI can be an amazing, tireless conversation partner if you don't have a person. Our sources say 99% of learners ignore this, but the 1% who do it see massive results.
Why is talking to a camera or AI so effective?
Several reasons. 1, it forces your mouth to form full sentences spontaneously like a real conversation. No hiding in your head. 2, recording yourself builds huge self-awareness. You see your tone, body language, clarity. You become your own coach. The visual feedback is powerful. 3, it creates a recorded journal of your progress. Seeing how far you've come is incredibly motivating. Even just 2 minutes a day trains mouth structure, flow, rhythm. You literally teach yourself.
Okay, how do I use the camera method?
Pick a topic you care about, your day, your dreams, a movie, anything. Turn on the camera, no script, no memorizing, just speak for 1-3 minutes. Hi, it's me again. Today I want to talk about, watch it back kindly. Don't beat yourself up. Ask, was I clear? Did I pause too much? Where did I get stuck? Analyze like a coach.
And the AI method, how does that work for speaking?
Use something like ChatGPT. Give it a roll. Let's role play. I'm a customer returning a shirt. You're the store clerk. Then when the AI responds in text, you respond out loud. Speak your side of the conversation to the screen. It forces spontaneous verbal responses.
That's clever. Using the text prompt to force spoken output. There's a story about this too. Turkey.
Yes, a young woman from Turkey recorded 60 videos in 60 days. Initially, super shy, broken sentences, shaky voice. By day 20, more fluid. Day 40, confidence booming. Day 60, she was so transformed she actually got hired to teach English to kids after sharing some clips, all from talking to her camera.
Incredible journey. Pro tips for this one.
Keep videos private there for you. Speak naturally, not like a robot. Watch old videos monthly to see your progress. It's amazing. Name your videos like a diary. Day 1, my goal.
The camera doesn't judge. It's just there, ready for your voice. Okay, so once I'm speaking more, recording myself, how do I ensure my words land with impact, with clarity?
That's technique number 6. Speak slowly to speak confidently.
Speak slowly, but isn't fluency about speaking fast, like native speakers?
That's a huge misconception, a fluency killer actually. True fluency is clarity, confidence, control. And the secret to all 3 is speaking slowly, deliberately.
Why is speaking fast bad for learners?
Because when learners rush, often to sound smart or hide nerves, they swallow words, mess up grammar, forget vocab, lose control. It leads to communication breakdown and feeling like a failure. But when you consciously slow down, Your brain gets extra milliseconds to find the right words, structure the sentence. Your mouth gets more time to articulate clearly. Your message has more power, more presence.
More thinking time, more mouth control time? Makes sense. How do I practice speaking slowly?
Choose a simple topic like favorite food. Make a sentence. My favorite food is pizza. I like it with pepperoni. Now, say it very slowly, word by word, with pauses. My favorite food is pizza. Feel the control. Record yourself saying it fast, then slow. Compare them. Which sounds clearer, more confident? The slow version, almost always. And remember to add emotion even when slow. Don't sound robotic. Maintain energy.
You had a story about this too from Egypt.
Yes, a man lost a job chance in Canada because he rushed his interview answers. Sounded uncontrolled. His teacher told him, slow down, speak like a leader. He practiced slow, deliberate speech for 30 days. Next interview. He spoke slowly, calmly, with pauses. He got the job. He sounded composed, thoughtful, in control. Slowing down projected leadership.
Wow. Okay, mistakes to avoid when speaking slowly.
Don't stretch words unnaturally long. Use natural pauses between ideas. Don't mistake slow for boring. Keep energy and intonation. Don't only practice slow, consciously apply it in real conversations. Don't feel bad if people tell you to speed up. Clarity is more important than speed for effective communication. Power is presence, not pace.
Presence through control. Got it. Speak slowly, speak clearly. Okay, so slow is good for clarity, but what about sounding natural, getting that native-like flow?
Perfect transition. That's technique number 7, sound shadowing.
Sound shadowing. We mentioned shadowing without sound earlier. This is different.
Yes, this is shadowing with sound. Think of it as learning English by kind of singing it, imitating the actual music, the rhythm, melody, stress, intonation, not just the words.
Imitating the music. Why does that work so well?
Because it mimics how we all learned our first language. As babies, we listen, we mimic sounds, rhythms, patterns, long before we know grammar rules. Sound shadowing does the same. Your brain and mouth learn together, in real time. You hear the pattern, your mouth immediately tries to replicate it. It builds automatic, natural-sounding fluency.
Bypasses the analytical brain and goes straight to the physical production, matching the sound. Okay, how do I do it?
Find a short audio or video clip, 5–10 seconds, with clear, natural, emotional, native speech. Podcast, TED Talk, movie scene. Listen carefully a couple of times. Focus on how they say pitch, speed, emotion, pauses, and especially how words link together. Then play it again and speak exactly at the same time as the speaker, like you're their shadow or echo. No delay, just simultaneous copying.
That sounds really hard.
It is hard at first. Your mouth will stumble. That's the training. Repeat the same clip over and over. You'll feel your mouth getting tired. That's proof the muscles are working, learning new patterns. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Often sounds like, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You shadow that sound, matching the reductions, and flow. Try doing 5–10 short sentences like this every day. Your naturalness will improve dramatically.
Okay. Mistakes to avoid with sound shadowing.
Don't pause and repeat later. Shadow live simultaneously. That's crucial. Don't worry about catching every single word perfectly. Focus on the overall rhythm, tone, and flow. Don't use robotic voices. Choose real, human speech with emotion. Don't overthink grammar. Let your mouth learn the patterns instinctively. It's performance training.
Performance training for the mouth. Okay, speaking of the mouth as an instrument, you mentioned specific muscle training.
Exactly. Technique number 8, tongue and jaw muscle training.
Like mouth exercises.
Precisely. We often forget the mouth is a complex set of muscles. And for English, those muscles often need specific tuning, stretching, and control, especially if the sounds are very different from your native language. Stiffness or lack of agility in these muscles is a huge, often hidden barrier to fluency.
Why does training these specific muscles matter so much?
Think of singers or actors again. They do vocal warm-ups, tongue twisters, jaw exercises constantly. Their voice is their instrument. If their muscles are tight or weak, their articulation suffers, their voice gets tired, they can't perform well. Same for you speaking English. Training these muscles leads to clearer pronunciation, better stamina for long talks, faster word production, fewer slips of the tongue, and less physical tension or fear around speaking. You're literally upgrading your hardware.
Upgrading the hardware, I like that. Okay, give me the exercises. How do I train my tongue and jaw?
Okay, 3 quick ones. Just need a few minutes. 1, tongue stretching. 1 minute. Stick your tongue way out. Try to touch your chin. Then side to side, touching the corners of your mouth. Try to touch your nose. Then touch the roof of your mouth repeatedly, saying la la la. Builds flexibility. Great for L, D, T sounds. 2, jaw loosening. 5 reps. Open your mouth super wide, like a big yawn. Hold for 5 seconds. Feel the stretch. Relax. Repeat 5 times. Then say ba 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 ba. exaggerating the movement. Reduces tension, helps PBM sounds. 3. Lip control, 2 minutes. Hold a pencil horizontally between your lips, no teeth. Try saying the alphabet slowly, or a simple sentence. Strengthens lips for V, F, W sounds, improves overall control.
So tongue stretches, jaw openers, and pencil lip exercises. Simple stuff.
Simple, but the cumulative benefits are huge. Less mumbling, better breath control, speaking longer without fatigue, handling fast English, easier, sharper words. Remember that phrase, grammar won't save you if your mouth is too stiff to speak. This unstiffens it.
Give your muscles 5 minutes, get a lifetime of fluency. Okay. So muscles are warmed up, agile. Now, how do we make it all flow together smoothly?
Technique number 9. Accent clarity and word flow practice.
Okay, this isn't about getting a perfect American or British accent, right?
Absolutely not. Forget chasing a specific accent. The goal here is clarity and connection, making your English natural, smooth, and easy for anyone to understand. It's about sounding clear and connected in your voice.
Clarity and connection. You mentioned flow being the big difference between beginners and advanced speakers.
Exactly. It's often not vocab size, it's how words connect. It's called connected speech.
Yeah.
Native speakers don't usually say, "What are you doing?" They say, "What you doing?" Words blend. "Did you eat?" becomes, "Did you eat?" Speaking word by word sounds robotic. Learning to link words, even in simple sentences, makes you sound instantly more fluent and natural. It's the rhythm, the music again.
Okay, how do I practice this word flow, these connections?
Pick short phrases where connections happen naturally. "What do you want? Can I help you? Let me see. Give me that." Say them slowly first, then gradually speed up, focusing on the blend. "What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?" Repeat 10, 20 times. Watch your mouth in the mirror to build a muscle memory for the links. Then, try recording a 1-minute monologue, maybe on your morning routine, consciously using connected speech. "I wake up at 6, then I brush my teeth. I gotta get ready fast because I want to be late." Practice sounding fluid.
Okay, pitfalls to avoid with this one.
Don't fake a heavy accent clarity first. Don't eliminate all pauses. Pause naturally between ideas. Don't overuse slang. You're unsure of focus on natural connections and simple words. Aim for smoothness, not rigid perfection.
When your words connect, your message comes alive. You sound like a speaker, not a student reading a list.
Precisely. It's about how you deliver it. The flow makes it engaging.
Okay, we've covered 9 techniques. Training muscles, flow, confidence. What's the final piece? The ultimate test.
The final technique, number 10, speak under pressure.
Speak under pressure. This sounds intense.
It is, in a way, because real fluency isn't proven when you're calm and prepared. It's proven, as our source says, when your heart is racing, your hands are shaking, but your mouth still speaks. That's the final training ground.
Why do so many learners freeze under pressure, even if they know the English?
Simple. Their mouth was never trained to perform under stress. They practice in calm, safe conditions. But when the pressure hits an interview, a stranger, a stage, the brain goes into fight or flight, and the untrained speaking muscles just lock up. The only way to overcome that is to practice in pressure, to make pressure feel normal.
So those stressful situations, interviews, meetings, talking to strangers, we should see them as training.
Exactly. But you can also simulate that pressure safely at home first. That's the key. Build the resilience before you desperately need it.
How do I simulate pressure at home? Seems tricky.
It's surprisingly simple. Set a timer for just 60 seconds. 1 minute. Your only job. Keep talking without stopping, even with mistakes. Continuous flow is the goal. Pick a random topic instantly. No prep time. Favorite food, last weekend, dream vacation, morning routine, anything. And just speak for that full minute. If you forget a word, describe it another way. If you get lost, say, "Okay, let me regroup, keep going, don't stop."
The goal isn't perfect English. It's just not stopping. Resilience.
Exactly. It builds mental flexibility, word recovery skills, real-time thinking, mouth control under stress, and confidence in chaos.
You had a story about this, the student in Spain.
Yes, preparing for a visa interview. New English, but frozen rehearsals, overthinking everything. Teacher gave him the 60-second drill. Talk about your hometown, 1 minute, go. He struggled massively at first, but after 10 days of practice, his mouth reacted faster, his brain trusted itself more, he built resilience. In the real interview, he didn't freeze. Spoke imperfectly, but continuously, confidently. The pressure training worked.
Wow. Okay. Critical mistakes to avoid when practicing under pressure.
Absolutely. Do not prepare a script defeats the purpose of spontaneous fluency. Absolutely. Do not stop when you make a mistake, correct quickly, or just move on. Keep the flow. Don't try to impress. Speak simply and clearly. Don't compare yourself to others. Focus on your own progress. It's like lifting weights. Start small, be consistent.
Soon the pressure becomes your training ground, not something to fear. Real conversations feel like home. Okay, 10 powerful techniques. Amazing. Now, the big question. How do I fit all this into my busy life?
Right. Because fluency isn't a gift, it's a habit built through a system.
So you've got a system for us based on these techniques.
Exactly. A realistic, repeatable, powerful 15-minute daily routine. Your personal fluency gym. No excuses, just your voice.
15 minutes a day. Okay, I'm listening. Break it down for us.
Okay, here's the 15-minute daily fluency formula. Minutes 1, 2. Mirror talk warm-up. Stand tall, look in your eyes. Introduce yourself, say how you feel. Builds confidence. Eye contact. Minutes 3 to 5. Sentence looping. Pick one sentence. Repeat 20 times. Vary tone, speed, emotion. Builds muscle memory, rhythm. Minute 6, 7. Role-play situation. Pick a real-life moment. Say 3, 5 lines in character with energy. Builds practical fluency. Situational memory. Minutes 8, 9. Silent sound shadowing. 30-second native audio clip. Mute your voice. Copy mouth movements exactly. Builds muscle patterns, listening awareness. Minutes 10, 11. Tongue and jaw warm-up. The stretches we talked about, tongue, jaw, lips, pencil exercise. Builds control, clarity. Minutes 12, 13. Word flow practice. Pick one phrase with linked words. Repeat 15 times. Focus on smooth connection. Record yourself. Builds natural flow. Minutes 14, 15. Pressure speaking. Timer for 1 minute. Random topic. Speak without stopping. Builds courage. Real-time fluency.
Wow, that's packed. 15 minutes covering all the key areas we discussed.
It is. It's focused physical training for your mouth every single day.
And you're saying if someone does this for 30 days consistently, what's the promise?
The promise is transformation. You'll likely be less afraid to speak. Sentences will start forming more automatically. You'll recover from mistakes faster. You'll feel like a speaker. Others will notice. You'll start believing in your own fluency. Track your progress. You'll see it.
It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, is it?
Never. There is no perfect moment. There's only practice, repetition, consistency. This routine is your tool. It just asks for your voice daily. Fluency is built, not received. It comes from motion, practice, speaking, not waiting, planning, or just thinking. English is a skill learned by doing.
Doing, failing, fixing, repeating, even if it's imperfect at first.
Especially if it's imperfect at first. That's how you learn. Don't wait for confidence. Build it through action. Don't wait for perfection. Strive for progress. Move your mouth.
Okay, so we've done a deep dive into training the mouth, not just the mind. 10 techniques, a 15-minute plan, a really different approach.
It is. But someone listening might still have those fears nagging them. What if I make mistakes? Forget words. People laugh.
Yeah, those fears are real. What's the answer?
The honest answer. You will make mistakes. You will forget words. Some people might laugh. Most won't care. You will feel stuck sometimes. That's all part of learning anything worthwhile.
The crucial so what moment.
The so what is, if you let those fears stop you, if you don't start, you stay stuck forever. Guaranteed.
And that silence, that feeling of being stuck forever, that's far more painful than any temporary mistake or embarrassment.
Infinitely more painful. So the call to action is clear. Speak. Speak even if your voice shakes. Speak if the sentence is broken. Speak if only the walls are listening. Speak until English feels like yours. Because the only thing truly worse than broken English is a silent mouth that never even tried.
Your voice matters. Your story deserves to be heard. And your English isn't a weakness holding you back. It's actually your superpower, just waiting for you to activate it. So speak it into existence. Speak your dreams. Speak your challenges. Speak your progress day by day. And no matter how slow it starts, don't you stop. Because you're not training for some impossible standard of perfection. You're training for freedom, the freedom to express yourself fully. Let's end with this. Say it out loud right now. Feel the words in your mouth. I am not afraid to speak English anymore. Let your mouth feel it. Let the training begin.